Uh, you know, fresh and frozen food, is it?
Dry, frozen, fresh meat, poultry, yeah, meat, yeah, the whole lot.
Okay, cool. How many orders per day, per week, per month?
Per month, where we probably average around 300.
Per
Yeah,
month.
not a big, yeah, not a big amount, but
Okay,
but we are growing, so we should see that increase over time.
sure. And purchasing, how do you do purchasing?
Like purchasing from suppliers.
Yeah,
Uh, it's everything cash transfer. Uh, like they're either bank transfer or cash payments.
sure. How many trucks on the road?
Uh, Including vans, probably two to three, two
Yeah.
at two on a two at most on a given day.
And how many packing team members? How many do that?
Ooh, two
Yeah,
to three.
yeah. Um, accounting package. Do you use an accounting package at the moment?
Zero.
Okay, zero. Um, and your intention is to have an app and customers order online.
Uh, yes, but also I'm also interested in the inventory side of things.
Sure.
As we don't really have anything that's tracking anything at the moment, and it's really hindering us from being more efficient in that area. And also obviously pricing and being able to have like pricing based on history or based on an account. We fix like a price, and that way when we're entering a product through, then it will just call on whatever price we have in the system. So it's just that's something that we don't have. I'm not sure if Zupply can do that.
Yeah. Just explain that a bit further.
So, for example, I'm typing, cabbage, for example, and I want it to be fixed for either a margin or a percentage or a fixed price for a customer.
Yep.
I want to be able to just have that fixed, and that way I don't need to, look at history and to determine what the price is for that certain product.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. So is that something that you guys can do?
Yeah. Yep. Part and parcel of the system.
Yeah, and also it would be good if I can have something that tells me how much money I'm actually making for an order, like a margin tracker. I don't know if you guys do that, but that would be super useful for me.
Sure. Okay.
And the app is like, well, whether that gets taken up by customers or that's where it sort of, new generation, the younger people, they tend to use it. Whereas I've got a lot of older clients where they prefer I'll give you a text message and you put that through, or I'll give you a call and here's my order.
Okay. Orders. Let me check. Yep. Products. Yep. Products. Agents. Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, look, I'll run you through the platform.
Yep.
Yep. And there we go. Right. So this is what we call the dashboard. So this is what you'd be interacting with.
Yep.
So you've got a dashboard. You can see total sales, total orders, month, day, whatever it may be. And obviously, if you're recording purchase prices and sales price, you're getting gross profit, right?
Yep.
So once we've got it, what do we need? We need clients. So we've got clients.
Can you import all of that from zero? Like, does it integrate?
Yeah. Yep. So this is I'm just going to rush through this because there's so much, right? But
Yep.
Just the high level stuff, like general settings. Here you create their login and username so they can log in. Thousands of contacts. You might have accountants, chefs, whatever. Billing, you can add their credit card and their bank account to charge them. Basic CRM, you can create notes and upload files and stuff against their file. Communications, this is where you'll see anything going off the platform that you sent to them, email, push notifications, text message. Pantry list, so you can build out their pantry list. So that's what they see when they log in.
Yep.
And then incoming email orders. If they're sending you emails, you can say that's their code, this is your code, and we can suck the order in directly, right?
Yep.
Clients.
Can this do text messages as well, or not really?
Yeah. So communications, market report, send NFCs, send emails, send push notification.
Okay.
But just back to clients. So obviously you got contact details, delivery methods, delivery fees, waiver amounts, minimum orders, block days, order cutoff times. We don't deliver Sunday and Monday, Saturday, and this customer actually can only order Tuesday and Thursday. So they can only order Tuesday and Thursday. Allow click and collect, delivery details, payment settings, let them pay offline or make them pay online, put them on credit hold, all that kind of stuff. And then order settings where you're setting permanent delivery notes, permanent packing notes, permanent PO numbers, that kind of stuff. So that's like a client level. That's how we set up our clients.
Yep.
Client groups is for our pricing, right? So once you've got a client, you can put a client in a client group. And you can say for this group of clients, this product, it can be a fixed price, amount markup, or a percentage markup. So we might say on this client group, we're going to make 50% markup on this product and mark up 50% on this product as well. Submit, right? So you can have a percentage markup. We're going to make on this product, we're going to use an amount markup. We're going to make $5 a box and $2 a bottle. Submit. And then the third one is obviously a fixed price, which is fixed. It's fixed forever until you change it. Right? And it's going to be $45,000.
Yep.
Or $1. Right?
And you can import CSV into this as well.
Plenty of import functionality, yeah.
Okay.
So that's client groups. That's basically how they work, kind of percentage markups, amount markups, or fixed price. There are three pricing types.
Yep.
In the pricing hierarchy, we've got, sometimes you might have 100 clients in here, and they might, for the 99% of the products, they get these pricing, percentage markup. So you might call this client group 30% markup group, right?
Yep.
30% markup, right? And they're all on 30%. But there's one product that client one, you've made a deal on one product, so you can create a contract price and say it'll override the client group. New contract client. And we can say for this product, they're actually going to pay, and you can do a date range or whatever, but they're going to pay 82.
Yep.
But for everything else, they're going to fall back into the pricing group.
Okay.
Right. So that's how you can handle bespoke clients pricing, right? So that's kind of pricing. Then orders. Obviously, orders come through. Right. We use new, pick, pack, shipped, complete. Right. So new order, you can enter one here. Delivery date. And one tab, whatever it may be. Create order. As you go along, you might go, I'm going to save this as favorite. So every time this customer rings up, new order, you can load the favorite order and just edit the quantity, right? Create order. Oh, delivery date. All that kind of stuff. So orders come in. You can print packing slips. This is one of these for the drunk chef.
Yep.
They compare that, da, 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 da. And then obviously we move them to pick pack. We're packing them. Now, sorry, just here. Gross profit on an order level. Yeah, you can see what you're making on every order. So if it's below margin, what's going on here? Where am I losing money? Right, and it's on the line item level as well. Right. So clear transparency at an order level, how much you're making. Right?
So the unit price, is that based on a master list?
Yeah.
And you can override that for every order as well, right?
Yeah, you can change it at order level. Yeah. You change this to $1.
Yep.
Right. So here, see how it's not packed? Some teams you can pack these orders on your phone, so your team don't have to print out the packing slips. So they can pack the orders on the phone and pack the weights and changes there. Once you've packed them, we want to ship them. And what I should do is update the delivery date today. And then once they're in shipped, you can populate the vehicle runs. And you can say, well, I want it to go in this order, whatever it may be. When you mark these as ready, it goes to the driver's phone and he starts delivering. And that's when you can get a picture or a sign on screen proof of delivery, right?
Yep.
So that's vehicles. Obviously, their orders. So purchases, we can purchase. We can create a buy list. We can say, well, we've got no orders left to buy. But if I go, cancel. So once an order's in the system, you can go purchases, create buy list. It's going to tell you there's 833 ordered. You got this many on stock. You need to buy this many. Right?
Yep.
So you can create a buy. You can create a purchase order to them. So the way the inventory works is we have our products, we have our stock on hand. Right? You can just zero out all stock. Just let that run. So obviously, as customers order, we purchase. So what have we got at the moment? We've got purchases, create buy list. We're going to create this buy list. And we're going to say, populate the purchase order from this supplier, update. Then we're going to go orders, and we're packing our orders. They ordered 10,000. We packed 10,001. Right. Once we go pick back, ship, submit, that product, what was it? Alternative. So we sold 10,001.
Yep.
Then we're going to purchase orders. Is this one, I think, 20th yet? We can place, we can email this order to the supplier or we can SMS it to the supplier. We're waiting for it to come. It arrives. We're going to say the purchase price went to $900.90. We're going to update the product prices immediately to update all the orders. And we're going to receive the stock. So it's in received. So once it's received, was it that one? I don't know which one it was. Yeah, it doesn't like the end thing. Oh. So now we've got stock.
Yep.
So as we sell it, it goes out. As we buy it, it comes in. Once the deliveries are done, obviously, then you've got an invoice.
So that purchase order, that's just to add additional stock in your inventory, right?
Yeah, to buy it in.
Yeah.
From all your agents. So whoever you buy it off, you send the purchase order.
Yeah.
Then it comes into stock. After that, obviously, once it's delivered, we've got invoices. We can pay by credit card, by direct debit, or we've received it via EFT, or however we've done.
Can you do all of this reconciliation in Xero?
You can. You can. You can. In the settings, when we connect to Xero, I'll show you one way, the live account. So this is where they're reconciling in Xero in the bank feed. And so when they close this in Xero, we pull it back and close this invoice, these invoices.
Yeah, so that's just doing it automatically, right?
Yeah, from the bank feed. Yeah. Let's get out of there. And after that, obviously, then you've got reports, thousands of reports, any which way you want to get reporting on. And everything else is like pretty granular kind of settings in the system. But overall, that's how it works, right? And then I'll just show you what the client looks at if they're online. No, that ain't gonna work. So have it maybe maybe not on this one either. In the testing account, they're not really live. What we can do is food service. Yeah, food service. So we'll go shops, search, warehouse. So this customer, they log in, they can place their order, they can go through the categories, they can star them to go to their pantry list, check out. You can see all the information here, and they place their order. Oh, their delivery address. That order's gone through. Warehouses, search. Good. Service. That one. That order's going to be sitting there, going to be flagged online, right?
Yep.
So that's the web shop, that's the web portal, but the app, the phone app, works exactly the same.
Okay.
So yeah. Any questions, Trent?
Does this give you any info on when stock is about to run out based on, I don't know, like 2-week period or something? Does that tell you that based on historical usage?
What does it tell you? Sorry.
Like that I need to order I need to order a particular stock now, otherwise I'm going to run out in like a week. Is that something?
Yeah. So you run that buy list every day. One sec. Just gotta check something. So the way we use the par level, that says how many you need to have on stock to reorder, right?
Yeah.
One sec. Sorry, one of my staff members texted me.
Yeah, all good.
Um, okay. So window. So products. So this one. So this product takes me 6 weeks to order, right? And I sell 100 of them a week. So my par level needs to be 600, right? So that once it gets below that level, it's going to tell me to buy.
Okay.
So every day we'll just update that.
Do you need to come up with your levels, like, or,
Yeah.
or just,
Yeah, it's your IP, so to speak.
Yeah.
So antibacterial. So orders. What's that one? What did they order? They did. Beautiful. So then we go to purchase every morning. You create your buy list. Oh no, I must have enough stock. Products. 0. So no. What happened there? What was the order for? 21st. Purchases. Create buy list to the 21st. So the antibacterial, every day it's going to say there's 3 on order, there's no stock, the par is this, so I need to buy 603.
Okay.
You know, so this is what you're looking at each day to run your, or week, whatever you want to do, to run your purchasing.
Okay. Yeah.
And so look, I don't know, do you break down products as well? Do you buy boxes and break them down?
We do, but at the moment we have 2 SKUs for those. But yeah, better way to do it is obviously to have anything that we break down. We just have a single SKU. Is that single SKU for you?
No.
Oh, there's still multiple SKUs, but it's grouped up into one.
One product, yeah.
It's one product.
So this product, we sell it in the box and we sell it each. So we say that the box has this SKU.
Yeah.
And the each has this SKU.
Okay.
And so
yeah.
in the box, there's 12. And there's obviously one of these.
Yeah.
So every time the customers order 13 bottles, it's going to tell you to buy 1.1 boxes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we link the inventory. So you only have to buy it at a how you buy it level, right? You don't have to work out, well, I've sold 300 boxes and 300 bottles. How many do I need? It's linked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's built into the product.
Yeah.
Look, and apart from that, yeah, everything else is kind of bells and whistles. But generally, that's how it works.
Okay. Sounds good. And what's your pricing level? What's your tiered pricing on that?
Am I sharing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, this is very clear. You know, these are orders per month. So these are sales orders and purchase orders per month.
Does that include anything that you create an order in Xero?
Nope. No.
So only ones on the app.
Yeah.
So what happens if I create an invoice in Xero and use a certain product? Does that reduce the stock on hand or not? So it's from, yeah, I've got to do it from Zupply. Okay.
Yeah. So we become the source of truth for clients, products, orders, accounts, like invoices and credit notes.
Yeah.
But we pull we pull from Zero the payments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll see if this has all been done and it's ready for payment. That will be in the awaiting payment section in Xero as well.
Yeah.
For that invoice. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then however it comes through your bank feed and you close it off.
Yeah.
Once it's paid or partially paid, it comes through.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, good. I think the app will be like app is more like a secondary thing for me. I know like it's pretty straightforward. It's whether a customer is willing to give it a shot or not. But I do like the functionality that your platform has that links up to Xero as well. So
look, you get the web version, the web ordering portal for free. If you want a branded app with your business name published in the app stores, then there's a feed for setup, right?
Yeah.
But the basic setup for a small business is like kind of this money.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then
what's that order imports, the 35 cents per order import.
Yep. Where's that?
On the bottom, just below imports.
Yeah.
Up above, right in the middle.
Yep. That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's if your customers email you one, and it comes through here.
Okay.
It's 35 cents each.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all pretty standard. I mean, it's just really the volume per month.
Okay. Is that 500 to 1,200? Because the next one is 1,000.
Yeah, this is kind of up to once you hit 1,000, clicks here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's yeah. So how many purchases would you do a month? 10, 20?
Purchases. I don't really do purchases on the only reason that I would do a purchase would just be for inventory's sake, not really to make any payments.
No, but that's how we get the inventory in the system. Like
yeah, I get it, but it's more. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So at the end of that, once the purchase order comes through, once this purchase order is completed, that's when we send it to Xero as an approved bill to pay.
Okay, but not necessarily having to pay it, right? It's just
you do all that through your Xero, your payment. Yeah.
And if I cancel that in Xero, would that reflect in Zupply as well?
Cancel it? No, we just once it's completed, we send it. We don't synchronize it.
Yeah. Okay, and that's part of your orders per month. Yeah. Okay, so then that means it'll be when I say 500 orders, that's just when I say I got 300 orders, that's just like deliveries.
Sales orders. Yeah.
Just deliveries. It doesn't include any purchase orders.
And so, how many purchase orders? You wouldn't be doing 1,000.
Don't actually know how many purchase orders I've got. I've got multiple suppliers. I have like a lot, probably like 20, 30 a week.
Right.
Can that be grouped up into just one purchase order? Or I guess one day this comes in and that's one purchase order, because I'm not necessarily using that to actually pay someone. It's just for inventory's sake.
Yeah, look, you can do it however you want, but the way our model works is that it's just data on our servers that we have to host, right?
Yeah. So
that's the easiest way to bill people is the more you use, the more you pay.
Yeah.
So if you want to create one purchase order per week, it's up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about keeping the inventory, how you do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but even on that, you said 30 suppliers, one a week, 120 a month, plus you got your 400, 300 sales orders. You're still under 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of room to grow, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Sounds good. This looks good. This other my veggie supplier actually recommended this, so it looks good.
Who's that?
Fruit Hustle.
Oh yeah.
Lon.
Where are you, Trent? You in Sydney?
No, Melbourne.
Oh, you're in Melbourne.
We're both Melbourne based. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Nice. Yeah, look, that's how it works, man. And it's you seem pretty tech savvy. I think you take to it like water, right?
Yeah, I used to work for Lynn Fox and Toll. So yeah, this office job. Yeah, everything about Excel and stuff. So this is pretty straightforward for me.
Yeah, looks like it. And then imports. You can import anything, right?
Yeah. Okay. That looks it looks really good. I'll just need to show this to the other partners in the business, and then we can go from there.
Sure. So the setup fee is
25.
that amount, and
Yeah.
that's to get your products, your clients, your pricing built out, and your training.
Yep.
And get you live.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what I'll do is this recording, I'll put it through into a proposal.
Yep.
Just laying out all those costs and what we spoke about.
Yep.
If you want to move forward, it's just in there an agreement, and we move forward.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much for your time, James. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problems.
All right. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.